Hey Pisces, welcome to AshunasTarot. Pisces, I'm just tapping in for a quick check-in. We're gonna do things a little bit differently. I'm just gonna see what comes in. I just wanted to tap in. I know this month of May has been insane, okay? I don't know who's picked up on this, but the levels of frequency and the kinds of solar flares, and I don't know, is it the Schumann resonance? I don't know, it's been off the charts, okay? So if any of you have been feeling it, it's insane, okay? Like, we are getting upgraded massively, okay? So if you've been feeling exhausted, if you've been feeling under, we're getting massive upgrades right now, like massive. I don't know if you guys are like tapped into like what's going on and like live updates, like energetically what's happening, but it's hitting the collective, okay? So some people may feel the blues a little bit. Some people may just feel like exhausted, like you could just sleep on end and not feel fully recovered just yet. Because we're being upgraded massively, okay? Gifts are coming online, we're getting upgrades, DNA, everything. Like they're shooting all this light, okay? And to be able to integrate that and at the strength of it, it's increasing. So I don't know how to explain this, but basically having too much light can blind you, okay? Like, too much light can actually fry your system. That's how intense it is. That's why we have to, like, spirituality and all this, it will try to level us up and stuff, so that we don't, so that we don't have that shock to the system, but it's still very, very taxing on the body. So again, this is more of like a check-in update. I'm gonna see what comes out. I'm gonna pull cards differently today. I know some people are like, just get to the cards, but yeah, this is just a quick check-in, quick update. I just wanted to tap in because I've been out of it, I've been swamped with work and studies and just trying to catch up. And by the way, for the ones that pre-ordered your private readings, I think there's 3 people that I'm still waiting to get your questions. So I emailed 2 people. I think I need to email one last person, but if you're watching this, if you're checking in, I'm just waiting on the questions. So, whenever you get your questions in, just make sure to have your name, your birthday, your questions, and a screenshot, or continue the thread of the email so I know who's who. But yeah, so I just need to catch up on those, but I haven't received the questions. So I know a lot of people have been going through it right now. So just FYI, just wanted to check in on that. And yeah, I've been trying to make space, and I thought I was gonna have a lot more time in May, but so much stuff has been coming up. And then energy wise, oh my God, these upgrades are some next level kind of stuff, We'll start to see the rewards afterwards. Like, when we get the upgrades, it's not all love and light, honestly. That's when you're gonna feel it the most. It's gonna hit you. For whoever's tapped in, or whoever's been feeling this or resonates with this message, if you've been feeling exhausted or you've been feeling under, that's what's been going on. So yeah, I just wanted to check in, tap in. I know I haven't been as present as I wanted to. I thought that I was gonna have like a lot more time this month of May, but oh my God, so much stuff has been coming up, and I've been juggling to make more time. So I had some questions come in, and I just kind of want to address this really quickly before we tap in to see what comes up. So some people were asking, why did the price for the private readings go up? So the price went up because I have a lot less time right now. And so I'm thinking like how to arrange my schedule, how to move things around so that I can, I don't know, maybe I was thinking about closing them for some time so that I could catch up on what I need to catch up on. But I was like, okay, maybe I'll like leave it at this price in case there's like an emergency reading or something like that. But I'm thinking instead of like changing the price, I might just do discounts when I have more time. Or like, we'll see what happens. But for the people who said, okay, like the prices are too high and I need a personal reading or something like that, there is, and this is just like an option. This is just for the ones that this applies to. I know it's not going to be for the majority of you, but like I want to be like as present, as resourceful as possible. But there is an option on the Patreon side, which again, you can cancel the membership anytime, but there's an option on there. There's a tier, which is the second tier. There's only 2 tiers where you can actually request a reading on a specific topic. So it's not like a personalized to you, but it can be as specific as like, okay, a reading based on, I don't know, someone coming in, should we let them in or not? Like, and then I'll channel that reading on a collective level, but it can be as specific as that, or it could be as specific as, a reading for singles, or a reading for work opportunities, or a reading in regards to finances. Like, is this, like it could get pretty specific. It's not a personal, but it can go pretty specific. So there's that tier for $33. Again, you can I don't know, you can get the membership, cancel it anytime. So it's like if you had a question or something. And other than that, if you know you feel like you need answers or you have a specific question, what helps also is to tap into the energy. So if you comment, if you set your intention with your comments, and I pick up on that energy, the messages will come in the tarot, okay? Because I've had a lot of emails saying, oh my god, the generals feel like a personal reading. So just a few options there. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it, Pisces. I don't know if you can hear that. There's construction right next door. I hope the camera is not capturing it because it's so annoying. But this is what it sounds like every day. I don't know what they're building over there. But yes, Pisces. So let's check in. Let's see what's going on. These upgrades are insane. Like we're gonna see the fruits of our labor, but it's like right now we just gotta get through this. We just gotta get through these upgrades. And the thing is, again, if you're tapped in, if you're tuned into the collective, a lot of people are talking about it. Like it's exhaustion, like the energy's weird, like the timelines are getting cut and they're changing. Like all of a sudden, like the vibe is just different. I don't know. So I know a lot of you are just like, get to the cards, just shush, but this was more like an update. So I don't know, Pisces. I'm feeling a little out of it, but I felt the need to tap in. I don't know why. So Pisces, also there's a couple personals that came in with a very similar message, and I don't know if it's happening like collectively or if it was just like specifically just those people, but I don't even know if I should say it. Like I don't even know if I should say it because I feel like, again, they're personal, so again, it's like private information and stuff, but whenever a collective lesson comes up or something that resonates, or like I pick up on something that, I don't know, like keeps coming up, like a certain lesson, I usually bring it up, but we'll see. If it shows up in the tarot, I'll bring up the story. If not, I won't, okay? But let's go ahead and get started, Pisces. I've never pulled cards like this. I just feel like kind of like spreading things out a little bit and then just seeing what comes out. So let's see. Direction and dreams, okay? Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Oh my God, Pisces. This is exactly what the energy feels like. You know this Five of Pentacles and this Two of Swords? Like some people are really feeling these upgrades and these changes. Like they're feeling like they're going under a little bit. See how that Five of Pentacles, like she's in this dark room and she can't see? It's like she can hear all the noise, she can hear all the changes, and she can feel that things are changing and shifting, but it's like so confusing. She doesn't have sight, she doesn't have vision. See how her head, like her head's down here, so she's not actually seeing, and here her eyes are covered. So it's like you're going between two different states. Wow. One is kind of bringing up like the survival mode, the scarcity, and kind of like that fear, that like fight and flight. And the other one's that confusion. What's going on? What's going on? Trying to figure it out. A lot of noise. Oh, Pisces, whoever I'm tapping into. And I feel like this, I'm going to just say it. I feel like this is happening on a collective level, okay? Because again, we're getting these upgrades. Like they're beaming these, they're beaming so much light. And again, the solar flares, the Schumann resonance, and all the energies that are being, it's like we're being, like, it's like a laser beam, like they're being directly, like we're being shot. I don't know how else. I don't even know where my words are at. I don't even know what's going on with my vocabulary, Pisces. I don't even know why. I felt like I needed to tap in, and I was guided to tap in, but I didn't feel like 100%, you know, because I'm going through this too. You know, I'm going through these changes too. So we'll see what happens, okay? We'll see what happens. But Five of Pentacles, Two of Swords, wow. This is exactly what it may feel like. It may feel like exhaustion, confusion. You can feel that things are changing, but you may not know what to do next. Like you may not know. And honestly, like some of this has to do with foundations. Is like, oh my God, it's like shaky. It's like shaky. It's kind of unstable. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do kind of situation. But the thing is, take it easy, like relax. Like nothing is being rushed right now. I don't know if that helps, but like you don't have to figure anything right now specifically. Like it doesn't have to happen fast or quick. Like I feel like a lot of you are feeling the changes and you know things are changing. You can't see clearly or you don't know what the next step is. But relax. And that's so hard to say, relax, right? But the thing is, the reason I say relax, of course you can't relax in this energy. It's so hard. But the reason I say relax is because it doesn't have to be rushed. Yes, you're feeling it, but there's no need for you to make a really big decision right now, specifically. Like there's no rush, okay? Because the energy is kind of like passing through. It's like a cloud. It's going to pass through. and then you're gonna have the clarity. Okay, it's so weird. This feels so messy. I don't know why I'm pulling cards like this. 9 of Wands. Wow, Pisces, your resilience. Your resilience is being called upon right now to make it through. Yep. You still don't have the information you need. That's what it is. Wow, you know what's bringing in the most anxiety? That you don't have the information yet. You feel the changes, you know it's happening, you feel it, but you don't have the information that you need yet. Wow, okay, so this changes things. Because Page of Wands is taking some sort of action even though you don't have the information yet. But that's kind of like confusing. Because it's like, which way do you go if you can't even see? You can't even see the wand. How are you going to leap towards it? Like, this is kind of confusing because I don't know how this connects to this. Because again, here, she sees it clearly and she's jumping towards that one wand. Here, she's torn and she can't even see. So even if you wanted to, it's like your mental state is here, but this is your action. So, ooh, Pisces. So the action that you take, the next step forward is going to get you out of this. Wow. Okay. So usually this is how I'm picking it up. Usually we wait for the clarity before we take action. What it feels like right here, and it's not like a super big decision, it's maybe like the next step. What it feels like is instead of getting the clarity first and then taking the action, it feels like taking this action, whatever this is going to get you out of this. So instead of doing clarity then action, it's like you take action then you get clarity. It's like it's backwards some way. This feels so messy. I don't know why I did this. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I'm just gonna continue. I don't know why I was guided to pull cards like this. Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Swords, the Strength in the reverse, and final card, 4 of Swords in the reverse. We have a lot of major arcanas in this bottom row. Let me put these aside. So we're gonna work with these, and then if there's any need to clarify, we'll clarify. This feels so like weird. It doesn't feel like my normal way of channeling. So we'll see what comes in. Aside, and then we have direction and dreams. Okay, so Pisces, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but there's something here again with, we don't have the Fool here, but there's something here about allowing yourself to be guided by your faith even though you may not have the answers. Okay, because usually before we take action, before we go in a specific direction, we need clarity. You know, like how are we going to move forward if we don't have a specific direction, if we don't know the steps, right? Like how do you do that, right? We wait for the clarity. Once we have the clarity, then we take the action. But here it's like the more that you look for that clarity, it's like the more you spin your wheels here. The more you stay in 5 of Pentacles and 2 of Swords. So it's asking you to be very resilient. It's like your last stand. It's the 9 before the 10. It's like that last wand. Wow, Pisces, this is what it is. I got goosebumps. 9 of Wands, Page of Wands. You see how that's like, this is 9 wands and this is 1? So this is like 9 plus 1 is 10. Some way, somehow, this action, this step forward, marks the completion and an ending to this. Because right here, it's like you don't have the information. You don't have the clarity that you need. Usually you have that like insight, that vision, not only the intuition, but the inner knowing. But right now you don't have that. See how the King of Swords is in the reverse? So it's like something about your resilient one last stand. Like what's the one final push you have to take? Because that's what pushes the ball forward. Again, it's like 1 wand coming into the 9, that's a 10 right there. Completion. And then you move on. Like once this completion happens, once this step forward happens, whatever you've been going through right here ends. It's over. Okay? The wheel is also number 10. The wheel turns in your favor. See? We got the wheel twice from 2 different tarot decks. Or sorry, this is an oracle, this is the tarot deck, but it's the wheel, both of them. 1444 on the clock. So, wow, this is kind of funny. So the wheel and direction are basically, see how it's like north, west, east, south? And she's standing in the middle. It's like, where does she go? Which direction does she take? She cannot see clearly. But some way, somehow, look at this though. It's like you're underneath, you're like looking up towards the wheel, and it's like this really big thing, and you're like down here, and you're like, oh my God, which direction? Where do I go? And some way, somehow, from being down here, you end up here on top of the wheel. Like, do you see, like, her expression is so much different? I don't know what that is. To get from underneath the wheel to on top of the wheel. What is this, Pisces? What is this? What are you up to? What are you about to do? Again, the wheel's turning. It's about your direction. And what this is about is, okay, more mirroring. The star and dreams, okay? Two different decks, okay? Same thing, okay? Right here. The wheel and the wheel. Direction, the wheel, the star, the dreams, and the dream card, literally. This is about your North Star. This is about your direction. This is about your manifestation and your dream. Whatever it is that you've been applying yourself to and working towards. But now you may be lacking a sense of direction on the next step to take. I don't know. I may have to clarify. Something's holding you back, Pisces. Between the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords in the reverse and the Strength in the reverse, something's holding you back. Something, someone, only you will know, because it's kind of general. This is general, but it feels specific to the collective because of what we're going through energetically. I feel like a lot of the collective may be experiencing these energies. Maybe not the specific situation, but the energy itself. It feels collective. Something is holding you back, Pisces, because the Strength is in the reverse. Because Page of Wands is take that action, that step forward. Okay, it's not like a huge decision. It's like that step forward. It's like you're waiting for the clarity to take the step, but somehow it's like reverse. It's like take that step and then you get the clarity. Like, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know, Pisces. I'm feeling so weird right now. Like, this doesn't even feel like, I don't know. It feels like the environment, this feels weird. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it's the energy that I just pulled in or just what's going on collectively. So something is holding you back. Page of Wands is fire. The Strength, even though it's like a major arcana, it also, with the lion energy, it's very fiery because it's about confidence, it's about leadership, it's about being seen, but it's in the reverse. Pisces, okay, so, okay, I just got something. I don't know for who this is. Pisces, some of you are not done healing. Like, some of you are hurting right now. Some of you are hurting right now, and you're being asked to step into the limelight. Like, you're being asked to step into you're being asked to have some kind of courage and take some action forward in the direction of your dreams. But you're still hurting, like right now, because the Three of Swords is in the upright, and the Four of Swords is in the reverse. You're not done healing. You're not done healing. So why are you being asked to do this? What is this? Pisces, I just want to shake this energy off. I don't know what it is. It doesn't feel bad. It just feels weird. It feels like a very uncomfortable place. It's like in between. Like, you're not here, you're not there. You're kind of like in between. You're kind of elusive. Like water. Like smoke. You're not here, you're not there. You're being asked to take a step forward, but you're not done healing. You're still hurting. What's going on? What's going on? And okay, so this is kind of weird. This is what I don't understand. I'll have to pull clarifiers. But to me, I'm wondering why Spirit is wanting you to move forward when you're still like hurting and you haven't finished healing. Like, I don't know. Like, it feels like something's not complete here. Yet it is, because the wheel is number 10. Wow, Pisces. You know how we're at the 9? You're being asked to be resilient. That one last stand, okay? Because the 9 plus the 1 wand, which is your action forward, completes the 9 with 1 plus 10, right? So it's the 10. The wheel of fortune is the 10, the completion. It feels like this step forward some way, somehow brings the completion to this pain, which it sounds so like counterintuitive or counter, right? It's like, first you get the clarity, then you take the step forward, right? Like right now you're being asked to take the step forward to then get the clarity. You're being asked to take this action to then get the healing. Like, it's weird, right? Usually we heal and then we move forward, but here it's kind of like backwards. This is puzzling me, Pisces. I haven't done a reading like this that has felt this way. Usually it's very clear, and right now I feel like we're kind of like diving deeper into this, and it's like weird. Like, I don't know what to make out of this. I don't even know if this is making sense to anyone. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening in the energy, but if I feel it. This is someone here. Someone here is still hurting, you're not done healing, and you're being asked to move forward, but you're like, wait, what? What about my broken heart? What about my healing? Wow. I'm not ready to step into the limelight. I'm not ready to do this right now. Whatever it is. Okay, so some of you are being, I don't know if it's like with work, I don't know if this is like back into society, but it feels like some people need you. Like some people need you, like your presence, maybe your energy. Like some people are waiting on you. I don't know what this means. This is so random. I don't know why the messages, usually I can get crystal clear on a reading, like the messages come very clear, and right here I feel like it's like bits and pieces here and there, and it's like, oh my god, I'm trying to put the puzzle together. So it sounds counterintuitive, but this is what spirit is prompting you to do, which is counterintuitive, right? It's like we get the clarity, then we get the action, we get the healing, then we take a step forward. But no, it's like it's backwards now, but that's the completion. It's the right way forward. So, I don't even know what to ask. I don't even know what to ask, Pisces. This is weird. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. I feel like someone may need to hear this. Pisces, look at this. I don't even know. This is a mess. I feel like the energy is so like all over the place. It feels kind of messy, even with the cards. But look at this, okay? So this is where you're at, right here. Can you see that? Let me move the camera. So this is where you're at. Whoever resonates with this reading, I don't even know. I don't even know why the channeling is coming in like this. This is where you're at. This is where you're trying to get to, okay? Because your dreams is where your freedom is at and where your happiness is at. But how do you get from here to here? I don't think you can see that. Can you see this? Let's see. Not really. I'm gonna move them here. Is that any better? Okay, so this is the situation, Pisces. Whoever this resonates for, I'm just gonna channel it. I don't know why it's coming in like this. This reading kind of feels a little bit like uncomfortable to channel because it's so random. I don't know. Is it random? I don't know if it even makes sense, but you're here, okay? You're looking at this big, big wheel. Is it north? Is it west? Is it east? Is it south? Oh my God, it feels daunting. It feels like almost intimidating. Like it's a huge wheel. And look at her. She's kind of like right there in the middle. She's like, oh my God. What do I do? Which direction do I take? Where do I go? You're trying to get to your North Star. It's in the reverse because you've lost a sense of direction because of all the changes. So you're here, okay? This is where you're at, and you're trying to get over here, okay? You're trying to get to your dreams. You're trying to get, because your dreams is where your freedom and your happiness is at. So you're trying to get here, but you're over here on this island. I don't even know if it's an island. It's like a crossroads. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. Is it north? Is it west? Is it east? Is it south? What do I do? How do I get from here to here? And then we have divine intervention. Prayer. There's some Pisces. Wow, this is what connects it. Because you don't know the direction yet, because everything's changing. It's like the wheel is spinning. So here, the wheel is kind of like set, right? It's like north, west, east, south. But here, it's like it's spinning. It's spinning. So it's like it's spinning. So you can't really see. It's like you don't know what direction to go in. And on top of that, the wheel is spinning. So it's moving. So it's like so outside of your control, it feels like. That's why it feels so intimidating, because it feels like it's outside of your control, but it's not. It's not. There's some divine intervention here. It's like, how do you bridge the gap between where you are to where you want to be? And then prayer comes in here to connect this, to connect direction to the dreams, to where you're going. Pisces, this feels like it's bigger than yourself. And I don't want to add to the intimidation that it may feel like, okay? This feels intimidating, but this is bigger than yourself. You're going to have to call upon your guides. You're going to have to call upon your angels, your higher self. I don't know your spiritual background, but you're going to have to call upon higher forces, okay? Prayer to get you from here to here, okay? Because this is, Pisces, wow. I don't know. This feels like intense, okay? Like this is like your life. The direction of your life, the course of your destiny kind of situation. Your dreams, your North Star. Some way, somehow, so I'm saying I don't know, but I do know, because prayer is right here. This is the divine intervention that you need to get from here to here. Like, this is greater than you. So higher forces have to step in to bridge the gap from here to here. Because it's not linear, right? So it doesn't really make sense. Like, in the human mind, it's not logical, yet it's possible. Okay, so I don't mean to puzzle anyone, because I'm even like trying to figure this out, but look at this. Okay, the only thing that I can tell you for a fact is that you end up on top. You end up winning, okay? And that's just a matter of fact, okay? 2 different decks, right? Direction. You find yourself down here looking at this very intimidating wheel. Which direction should I go? And it's spinning on top of that. And then all of a sudden, you jump on top of this one, this one, this one, this one. It's like you jump on top of all of the uncertainty and you make it to the top and you ride that wheel. You tame the wheel. Like, look at this. It's like she's kind of like even her body language is kind of like she's looking up. Like, she's kind of like feeling small on top of this really big wheel of fortune. And it's like intimidating. But all of a sudden you're riding it. Like, you tamed it. Like, you cleaned it. Like, you conquered. So, okay, regardless of how messy this is and how, I don't even know, Pisces, if any of this is making sense. Like, I'm feeling puzzled with this too. That's why I usually like to channel when the energies are kind of clearing up, because we're in the middle of it right now, okay? I don't know if you've been feeling it, but we're in the middle of it. But I was actually guided to tap in right now. So I don't know if anyone needed a message. I don't know. So I'm just doing it. But it feels, I want to be clear and I want the energies to be settled before I channel. But right now I was being guided to do it now. So yeah, I don't like the feeling of it because it's uncomfortable, because it's kind of messy. But regardless of what's happening here and how the message sounds, if you resonate with this, if this is your reading, okay, the only thing that I can tell you for a fact is that you end up on top, okay? So it may feel intimidating, it may feel daunting, but regardless, Pisces, you end up conquering not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 wheels, okay? So it's like whatever uncertainty, whatever kind of changes are being thrown your way, in a sense, you're gonna ride it, you're gonna tame it, and you're gonna end up on top, okay? You're going from the bottom to the top. You see that? Straight up, 28:38 on the clock. So that's the only good news I can tell you. Because it's like, oh my God, what do I even say? Because it's kind of like we're in the middle of it right now. Like, we're in the eye of the storm. So usually it's like before we go into a storm, it's like we take precautions, right? Hey, weather alert, we're going into a storm. Have your ducks in a row, be ready, have some, supplies or whatever you need, right? And then it's like when we go through the storm, it's like we're kind of in the dark, right? Until we make it out. And then we're like, dang, that was kind of hard. This is what it was. Sometimes when we're in it, we don't even know that we're in it. So it's like sometimes we check in before it happens, and sometimes we check in after it happens to have the confirmation and the validation of what it is that we just went through, to try to integrate and process it. But some way, somehow, it's like I'm tapping in when we're like in the middle of it. And I'm saying we because it feels collective. Like, collectively, like a cloud is passing over. Like, the intensity, the light that is being beamed at us, the exhaustion, the confusion, because timelines are changing, the energies are changing, is like this resilience is literally, you're right there. You're one step away from the completion. This Page of Wands, this action, is literally what marks the completion to this. It ends it completely. And it also brings some kind of conclusion and healing. Because you're like, oh my God, why am I being asked to take a step forward? Why am I being asked to step up? If I'm not done here, like I'm not done healing. I'm not, like, I'm hurting right now. This Three of Swords, whoever I'm speaking to, you're hurting right now. It feels like, it's like right now. It could have happened before, could have happened months ago, years ago. Something could have been brought up or something could have just occurred, but it's like whoever I'm speaking to, you're hurting right now. So you're like, how do I move forward if I'm not done here? Like this still hurts, it still stings. I'm not done healing. But some way, somehow this action, this wand gets the completion. It doesn't only just get the clarity and the movement in the right direction, but it also completes something here. But you're kind of doubting the dream, okay? Because again, we have dreams and the star. Same thing, okay? Same thing. The star is your dream. So the star is in the reverse because you're losing hope or faith a little bit. Because you just don't have the clarity or the information that you need. Okay, King of Swords has been turned upside down. Okay, so I don't know if you guys, like, I don't know if you guys keep up with the readings, but I think it was the last reading. Yeah, it was the last reading I just did. You had emerged and you had just been crowned King of Swords. It's like you went from the Three of Wands in the reverse, delays, and so if you resonate with this, I would recommend watching that reading. But delays, waiting for your ships not coming in, all this stagnation, all this stuck energy, and you made it from the Three of Wands in the reverse all the way to the King of Swords in the upright. Like you got crowned, like you made it through the process. And right now the King of Swords is being put upside down. Like you made it to this mountain, you just got crowned, and now you're upside down again. You're like, what the heck? What's going on? Like it's like you're spinning your wheels. But there's something here. It's like this Page of Wands is what changes it. It changes the course of the way things are going. That's why Spirit's asking you to be resilient, Nine of Wands, because that one wand from the Page of Wands completes it. And then the wheel turns and you move forward. Okay, whatever happens, okay, whatever is happening, whatever happens, Pisces, you're gonna end up on top. Okay, this is like, I don't know, because it's so messy. The only reassurance I can give you is that you actually end up winning. Like you tame those wheels, you ride those wheels, you conquer it, and you end up on top. So this is factual. This is happening, okay? But it feels like you're right here right now, and you're trying to get here, and the divine intervention is gonna have to come in to help you get there. I think that's it. I don't know. I'm not gonna do an extended for this one. I just wanted to tap in real quick. Yeah, and also for the ones that are on the second tier of the extended, you can actually make requests. So if you're struggling with a specific aspect, like it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do in regards to money or to work? Or should I let this person back in? You know, it's not going to be a personal, but it can be as specific as, okay, like, should you let this person from the past back in? You know, what steps to take in regards, and we'll see what the tarot says, but yeah, so that's available on that tier for anyone who needs the extra guidance. But overall, again, I'm gonna tap in more often and try and check in. I was like swamped, honestly, like work, studies. They actually have this construction project right next door. So it's like, it's all this like chaos. So I feel like that's like, honestly, like this is happening collectively. Like there's a lot happening right now. Like the dust hasn't settled. That's why it's so hard to make this decision, because the dust hasn't settled. How are you supposed to move in the eye of the storm? But that's what you're being asked to do, Nine of Wands. Wow, Pisces. Wow. This reading is like out there. I don't know what to say. I usually don't read like this. I don't read like this because you come to a reading to get clarity, right? So when a reading kind of, it feels kind of like out there and you're trying to piece it together, it's kind of like, oh my God, it feels, you know, like sometimes I watch readings and I'm like, wait, I ended up more confused. What should I do now? You know? So it's like, I don't know. Usually when I like to read is because the dust has settled, but I felt strongly guided to channel now. So I don't know who's needing the message right now, because like the eye of the storm keeps coming up. But that one step forward completes it. Like you're out. You're in the safe zone. Page of Wands is calling upon. So, okay. So this is another like, I don't know why this is coming in. Instead of being like analytical or practical or logical right now, that's going to get you buried in quicksand, because you're already at the Two of Swords and the King of Swords in the reverse. Like your mind space is like, whoa, okay? 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords, okay? Like, whoa, okay? I don't even want to touch that. You know, it's intense. Like you may have been put through a lot of like mental strain in a sense. And so the solution is not coming through the mind. So solution is not coming through the clarity necessarily. It's coming through the action. Okay? Because if you think about being in a physical storm, if you stay there and you think and you overanalyze and you ponder, you know, you're going to be there longer and the storm's going to get you, right? But if in that moment you get decisive and you just start walking in a certain direction, you're eventually going to make it out of the storm rather than staying there and thinking about it. Does that make sense? Because you're not going to get clarity in the eye of the storm. Some way, somehow you're having to move forward so that you get the clarity. Okay, so, okay, I don't know, Pisces. I don't know even like in regards to like, I feel like something's trying to come through, but it feels kind of like random, like I'm not able to piece it together yet. I'm going to continue clarifying. I'm going to see, because it feels like something needs to be said. I don't know what it is. I don't even know who this reading is for. It feels out there. I don't even know if I should post this, but it's guided to. Ace of Wands. The Hermit. The Three of Pentacles. I'm gonna take those. Just one more. Seven of Cups. And then Six of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, you're being asked to move through the storm, to move from this like bad weather or whatever's going on. Continue moving forward. It's because some people have the tendency to stay there because you need the clarity. Okay, I'm in the storm. What do I do now? Okay, I need to sit here, think about it, strategize, analyze, and then that turns into analysis paralysis, over analyzing, and then before you know it, you're in the storm and you're staying there, and it's like the storm's not moving. It's like you're the one that's being asked to move away from the storm by taking this action. Page of Wands. Okay, so, and again, this is key information, okay? This is where you find yourself right now. Whoever resonates with this reading, you're being asked to be resilient, to be strong through this, because you're almost there. It's the final push, literally. So, Nine of Wands, and it's in the upright, so it's a good sign. Lights here, determination, resilience, defiance, a last defense, the final push, excitement for what's to come, finding motivation in the face of difficulties. Wow, Pisces, you're going from here. Okay, so some of you already went through the worst, okay? Now you find yourself here, about to finish. You're at the 9 right before the 10, right? And then what happens? You take that action, Page of Wands, and that completes it, right? 9 plus 1, 10, right? And then what happens? Ace of Wands. You make it into the victory. Like you make it out alive, and not just alive, you make it into the Ace of Wands. Okay, so don't give up now. You're almost there. As you round the corner towards success, something may surface that threatens your feelings of security and achievement, okay? Five of Pentacles, first card. So it's important to remember how far you've come. Don't see this minor deceleration as a symbol of failure. Step into your resilient last stand. One final push to complete this task. And tomorrow, stunning light, you can rest. In shadow, this card suggests you're making things harder than necessary or being overly defensive. You may even be inadvertently choosing the more difficult path because you believe on some level that healing and ascension should be difficult. Sometimes we become enamored with our stories of rising up, that our own shadows become romantic notions that we seek to defend. Let go of any ideas you have about navigating. Navigating, what is this? Okay? It's like a compass, or what do you call it? Like the navigation tool, like north, east, west, south. What is the thing called? Is it a compass? What is it? Because now it's like we use a GPS, so navigation and GPS, there you go. Where were we? I feel like I'm all over the place. I usually don't like to channel like this because it feels kind of messy. But it's like this, there's like a message here for someone. I don't know for who it is, but this is for someone for sure, because when guidance comes in this strong, where I kind of have to drop what it is that I'm doing to channel something, I know that it's going to make a difference for someone out there. So sorry if it's kind of messy all over the place, but I'm trying to figure this out as I go too. because it feels like again, it's like we're not getting the weather updates before we go into the storm, right? And we're not at the last stages. We're at the last stages of the storm, but we haven't completely made it out yet. Like there's some kind of action, because the storm's not moving away. We're walking out of the storm. Does that make sense? That's why the Page of Wands is here, because the Wands, the fire, is calling upon action, right? The Swords calls upon strategy, analyzing, planning, clarity, information, knowledge, right? We can't do that right now, because the more we do that, we spin our wheels and we get buried in the quicksand, because the mind is not going to save us from this one. The action is. So yeah, like there's something here, Pisces. There's something here. So yes, let go of any ideas you have about navigating specific lessons on the path. Your time to relax into security and success is on the horizon, okay? Ace of Wands. All right, the star, your dreams, freedom, and happiness. This is where you're going. You're right here. Something is happening here, divine intervention, and you're finally getting here. It's like, how do I get from where I am to where I want to be? How do you close that gap? Prayer. Divine forces are going to have to step in. Wow, I got goosebumps, Pisces. I got goosebumps. This is greater than you. Like, this is, I don't know for who this message is, but it's greater than you, and you're going to have to call upon divine help. Some of you are like, I've been calling, I've been praying, I've been asking. But it may have to be very like deliberate, very intentional. Like you may have to write it down, like, hey universe, this is what I need, okay? Like you may have to write it down, maybe even build an altar, put it there. I don't know. But prayer is big. Like prayer is what's gonna bridge the gap. Because you're here, you're trying to get over here. There's a gap here. How do you close that gap? You know what you want. You know why you want it. The how is not gonna be found through logic. It's gonna be found through spirit, through your guides, through your angels, through divine intervention. Only divine intervention can get you out of this pain. Or out of whatever rut this was. Wow, like this is kind of deep, Pisces. I don't know what it is. It feels very important. It feels kind of serious now. Like this is like, this energy is, I feel spikes of the energy as I touch each card. And it's kind of intense. So we'll just kind of pull a few more cards for advice, and then we'll conclude the reading. So I push beyond, this is the affirmation, I push beyond my own perceived limitations. They're perceived because there's not an actual blockage. Like no one is holding you in the storm. Like you're not tied to the storm. You could just get up and start walking, okay? You start walking. And as you walk, you make it out of the storm. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Weather Channel. I don't know who watches the Weather Channel, but if you look at the graph, it's like usually when I don't even know, like I don't have the right terminology. I'm just trying to channel what I'm being shown. But, it kind of looks like a swirl, right? And then that swirl starts to move in and starts to pass through. But it looks like the weather has kind of like been there for a while. It's been cloudy. It's like, how a cloud usually passes by? This feels like it's been going on for a little while. And it's like, okay, I'm not tied down to stay here. If I just start walking in any direction or in a certain direction, I'm going to eventually walk out of the swirl, the cloud, and I'm going to make it out. So instead of waiting for the storm to pass, you're being asked to just get up and walk. And you're going to be, and it's not like you may perceive it like an entire journey, but it's like one step, because you're at the 9, okay? One more and you're at the 10. Conclusion, it's ended, it's over. The 10 leads to the 1, the Ace of Wands. You make it out. And not only make it out alive, you're making it out onto the Ace of Wands. Like, this is, it's genius. Like, it's like the reward. It's like the rainbow. And it's even kind of like rainbowish colors. It's like the rainbow. The storm is here, and you're about to step into the rainbow. That's why it's the 9 before the 1, which is the 10. And what that dream is, okay, it's your dream itself, but that dream comes with the freedom that you've been seeking, okay, whether financial, whether physical, whether mental, spiritual. Some of you may have, like, this feels like torture, Pisces, like straight up. It feels like mental torture. It feels like not feeling safe, like trying to do everything you can. Like literally the way that I'm picking up this card right here, right now, it's like, usually it feels like she's locked in that room, right? She can't get out. It feels like you locked that door and you locked yourself in that room just to try and feel safe from whatever adversities you've been through. But it's like, Pisces, it's time. Open that door and step into the light. Because your happiness is here. Your freedom is here. And it's all tied into your manifestation, your dream. But some way, somehow, you're like, I'm not done here. It still hurts and I'm not done healing. That's exactly what I'm hearing. It still hurts and I'm not done healing. It's like, you don't want to stay there either, but you're like, oh my God. It's like, I have this open wound. Like look at her heart. Oh my God, this is kind of emotional. Wow, Pisces, let's get some advice cards. And then, okay, so we also pulled these cards. So yes, you're going, again, from the 9, the Page of Wands, that action, okay, is going to bring the completion. As soon as that happens, you step into the Ace, right? So from the 10 to the 1, right? The 10 is the ending, the 1 is the new beginning. And you're also, okay, so this is kind of interesting. This right here, what this feels like, okay, this is kind of, okay, this just got a little bit more intense, but in a different way. You don't want this. You want this. Well, it's not that you want it, it's just that you feel safer here than you do here. That's why you locked yourself here, in this room. You locked yourself in this room because you don't trust people. And you've been put through a lot of adversities, and you've been hurt a lot. Pisces, you got all the swords here. Like, who are we kidding? Whoever you are, like, you went through it, and a lot of you are still hurting. You know what it feels like with this 3 of Swords and this 4 of Swords in the reverse? A wound that you've been trying to heal for a long time was just reopened. Some way, somehow, it was just reopened. Like someone just put salt in your wound, or someone, like you were starting to scab a little bit and someone kind of just peeled the scab and put some salt in there and tried to close it back. Like, it sounds kind of like savage, but something was kind of reopened here. And so it's like, she's not locked in that room, helpless. No, she locked herself in that room to try and feel safe from the world or from people or from whatever has been happening. And so it's not that you want to be alone, and sometimes you may get a little lonely, but this is your sense of peace. This is how you feel safe. When you're up on that mountain and you're unreachable, you're untouchable. That's where it's at. So here's the thing. It's not that you don't want it, it's that you don't trust it. You don't trust working with others. Okay? Anytime that you started to build something, they were taking it apart. And so for you, it's like you're up on this mountain over here, detached, and you're kind of observing everyone kind of collaborating and working together, but you feel safer up here than down here. And that's kind of like, it's like reverse, right? Because a lot of people, when they're alone, they're scared, right? They're scared to be in the dark. But for you, that's where you find your peace, okay? That's where you feel safe. You feel safer being alone and away from people than being in a group. You know, a lot of people are like, no, like I need my friends around or my family around, or I need this or that so that I can feel safe. It's like you feel safer away from others. But you're being called into collaboration. You don't trust this. You may not even want it because of how much you've been hurt. It's like you're telling Spirit, I'm fine over here. Just let me be. I'm fine here on my mountain where no one can hurt me, where I can find my own inner light and where I don't even need the lantern. But Spirit's like, hey, listen, you may have to come down from that mountain and you may have to come and do some kind of teamwork. I don't know what this is. This feels like you may have to let people in, but you're like, I don't know about that. Like, it's kind of like, oh my God. It's tough, Pisces. It's a tough choice. But the thing is, it doesn't even feel like it's much of a choice. Like, you feel like you're eventually going to be forced into this position. You're like, I just want to be in my mountain. Like, just let me heal. Like, just let me be. Okay? Because the 3 of Swords is in the upright. You're still hurting. There's still things that you haven't healed. 4 of Swords in the reverse. You're not trying to be seen right now. But Spirit is asking you to. And you're like, I don't know. It's still not clear. I don't want to make that decision. Let's wait, a little bit longer. Because there's snakes, and there's bats, and there's ladders, and there's holes. I don't want to end up with those cups. How do I know who I can trust? How do I know which one's the good one? How do I know who's going to support me? And you don't. You don't know. You don't know. That's the thing. You don't know. There's fog. There's smoke. So the thing is, Pisces, you can't try to figure it out right now, because even if you really wanted to, look at all that fog. Okay, something needs to clear here. 49:59 on the clock. Dang, Pisces, I've never done a reading like this. This feels intense. Like, I have to do a clearing and I have to go take a shower. These energies feel kind of like intense, like kind of messy but intense. It's like the dust hasn't settled. How are we about to make decisions right now? I can't see clearly. The dust hasn't settled. That's all I keep hearing. Okay, we're just gonna do the final advice cards and then that's it. I won't do an extended for this one because I feel like the message is out. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the upright. Okay, this is good news because we have the King of Swords in the reverse, which again, you had just been crowned as the King of Swords, but all of a sudden things like flipped. So yes, Spirit's advice. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Queen of Swords. Temperance in the reverse. The Fool in the reverse. Eight of Cups. Can you see that? Okay. Yes. Okay. So, what is this? Cut something out that is not working out so that you can regain your balance, so that you can take this leap of faith and leave this behind. What is this though? What is it specifically that you're leaving behind? Eight of Cups, you're leaving behind the heartbreak. Five of Pentacles, the scarcity, the loneliness, and the confusion. Something, okay, so this is kind of like Seven of Pentacles. There was something that you were working towards and you were investing towards that has just changed. Like the timelines have changed. The timelines have changed. The energies have changed. Like you just got upgraded. You just got upgraded, but you're crying. Oh my God, why did that? Okay, I don't know why I heard that. Some of you may be crying about this ending, whatever this is. But it's like, Pisces, it's like you just got upgraded, but you're crying. This kind of feels sad. It's kind of like you're crying on your birthday. Oh, like, I don't know how to explain this. This is kind of, I'm feeling this. So it feels like, you know, there's little kids and it's their birthday and they're getting their cake and their presents and everyone's there to celebrate them, but they're sad inside. They're still crying about something. It's like something's being removed from your life that has caused you a lot of pain and a lot of unfruitfulness. Like you haven't been getting what you deserve from whatever the situation is. You haven't been getting what you deserve. It hasn't been fulfilling you. Seven of Pentacles is in the reverse, okay? In the upright, it's an investment. You're growing something. It's taking time, energy, resilience, everything you've got, you're putting it forth to manifest whatever this is. And you're growing that little baby tree from a seed to this little baby tree to continue to nourish it and love it and give it everything you've got. But it hasn't given you what you need. You gave it everything you have, but it didn't give you what you need. So Spirit's like, hey, I'm stepping in here, divine intervention, prayer. Let's get this out of the way, okay? Because it's not giving you what you need. You're giving everything to this thing, but it's not giving you what you need. And that's putting things, whoa, I'm feeling this energy a lot. Or like, this is kind of intense. I don't know who this reading is for. Whoever this reading is for, you may, like, your energy may be very strong right now, and that may be the reason why it's coming in this strongly, or it may be a collective thing, okay? One of the two, I don't know. So whatever you've been giving your all to has not been working out, and Spirit's like, hey, let's cut this out. I'm about to upgrade you, okay? I'm about to give you something better. Well, you need to let go of this thing that is hurting you, because it's hurting you and it's not giving you what you need. It hasn't returned. It hasn't given you the returns that you need, and because it's not giving you what you need, it's messing with your balance. It's messing with your balance. And because it's messing with your balance, you don't have your energy or your balance to have a clear enough mind to take this leap of faith. That's why the Fool is in the reverse. So you gotta walk away, okay? You gotta cut this thing out, the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, whatever's not giving back to you, whether it's a person, a relationship, a situation, a situationship, a job, a venture, a project, it's time to let it go. You gave it your all and it didn't give you what you needed. You're cutting it out and you're walking away from it, but you're crying. I don't know why they keep saying you're crying about this. Like you're sad on your birthday, like when everybody's there, it's like Spirit's like, okay, we're gonna take this thing that is hurting you because it's not giving you what you need, and we're about to replace it with something so much better. But you're kind of crying about it. You're like, hey, like, I don't know, but I put so much into this little tree. I watched it grow. I gave it my all. I'm attached to this little tree. And all of a sudden I gotta let it go and start all over? Like, what the heck? And the thing is, you're not starting all over. Not necessarily in the way that you may think. It's like you're being upgraded. You're being upgraded, but you're like, but what about my little tree? I wanted this tree to work out. Oh, Pisces, this is kind of hard. This is kind of hard to channel. Oh my God. Like, I want to end this reading, but I feel like the message is not fully out yet. I'm going to just pull one final card and then we're going to end this. Oh, even the cards feel messy. I can't even like pick them up. This feels messy. Holy Spirit, can you grant us one final guidance or answer card that this Pisces or the Pisces collective is going to need to help them in this transition, whatever this transition is? Holy Spirit, come through. What is that final card? What is the final card, Holy Spirit? What is the final card? Six of Cups. Wow. Yes, Pisces, this is emotionally, wow, like emotionally, this is rough. Six of Cups. You're moving forward. You are moving forward, but it doesn't mean that it's not hard. A lot of you already kind of know what that is. A lot of you already kind of know what direction to start to move in, even if you can't see the whole picture. You may already start to know this, but it doesn't mean it's not going to hurt. It doesn't mean that it's not hard. You're kind of just like, give me a second. Like just let me collect my thoughts. Let me just collect myself, my emotions. Pisces, this is emotional. Like this reading, wow. But again, you're progressing, okay? You're going from the 6. This is hard, okay? You have to let go of something that, again, you're emotionally connected to. So you're going from the 6 of Cups to the 7 of Cups, okay? Staying here, finally starting to make a decision. Once you make that decision, you start walking away. What do you start walking to? You start to walk away. You start to walk away in the direction of the sun, okay? So as you start this journey, you finally arrive to your freedom. Do you see how the sun is in the horizon here? And finally, the sun is like fully here. And again, what is the sun? It's your freedom. It's the happiness. It's the dreams that you've been trying to manifest. Okay, this is key information, Pisces. A lot of you are struggling so much to let go of this little tree that didn't grow, or like whatever the situation is emotionally, because you think that you're letting go of your dreams, but you're not. Your dreams are still your dreams. Your dreams are still yours, and you're still getting there. It's just going to be a different path, okay? It's just going to be a different path. That's it. That's it. And I know it's not easy to do, but what I want to say here is that this doesn't mean that your dreams are over or that you failed or that it didn't work out. Your dreams are still yours. You're still getting your dreams, okay? Double confirmation. Your dreams are still yours. It just may come from a different avenue. That's it. That's it, Pisces. I'm out, Pisces. This was hard. This was hard for me. I usually don't like to channel like this because it's kind of like all over the place. I don't like messy readings because it's like, you come to tarot to get clarity. And sometimes when I don't know, like tarot's always going to show up, but sometimes the energy around it is kind of like still, like the dust hasn't settled yet. So things are still changing. Things are still like, it hasn't taken form yet. It's still kind of like ethereal and it's like smoke still. It's not even like water. It's kind of like smoke. So it's like, what do you make of that? But yeah, the tarot came through. I just personally don't like to do it in this kinds of energies because it's like, whoa, it's like, it's a piece here, a piece there. It's kind of like everywhere, kind of messy. But yeah, whoever this message is for, okay, whatever you're going through, I know that me saying this is not going to make it any less painful in a sense, but you're getting your dreams, okay? And you're conquering, okay? You find yourself here kind of intimidated by the wheel, and then all of a sudden you're on top, like you conquered all these wheels. Like you're on top of the wheel, like you tamed that wheel, like you own it, like you conquered, okay? So this is it. Like this is the confirmation. You're getting what it is that you've been manifesting is just coming from a different avenue. I know it's not going to make it any easier, but just know you're coming on top. Like you're winning, okay? You are winning. And I don't know why, like I can't end this reading. I keep getting that analogy. It's like the little kid at his own birthday party. Everybody's there to celebrate him. He's getting all these gifts and the cake and he's crying. Like you're being upgraded. That's why Spirit's like, hey, this isn't giving back to you. Let me get you something better. Let me get you this Ace of Wands. Let me put you on. Because this isn't giving to you. You gave everything to this. You ended up with empty cups, but it's not giving back to you. So this is why we got to make this transition. So Spirit's like, hey, here's the upgrade. But that upgrade requires you to let go of this. Okay, so if any of you are like, have been on the community tab a long time ago, I posted this picture of, and it's still on there. If any of you want to reference back to it, I feel like it's coming up again. And it's this little girl. She's holding on to this little teddy bear. And Jesus is like, hey, trust me, let this go. And he's hiding behind his back a bigger teddy bear. Like, it's like a big upgrade. Like, she's going to get something much better, but she has to let go of what's been holding her back. She loves it. She's attached to it. But it doesn't serve her anymore. And so she's about to get something way better, but she has to let go of something first. Oh, Pisces, oh, my heart's like this. Like, it's like, oh. Whatever happens, Pisces, you're ending up on top. You are winning and you are getting your dreams. It's just happening in a different way, okay? And, okay, so this is coming up. I'm trying to end this reading and I can't. I feel like there's more messages coming in. I don't know for who. So I was listening to this girl on YouTube. She has like a manifestation channel. She's really good. And she was talking about, like, this week, she's like, okay, I'm going to start with little things. And okay, I don't even know why this is coming up. This might just be for someone, okay? I'm done with the tarot. I don't know why this message is being shown to me. But she's like, okay, I'm going to start to manifest, and I'm going to start to manifest little things so I can build my confidence. And so one week she's like, I'm going to manifest the free coffee. And she's like, okay, this week, this is going to be my intention. I'm just going to manifest a free coffee. That's simple, right? And so she goes to the store during the week. She has all this positive energy. She's ready to manifest it. She shows up to the coffee shop. And this guy that was in front of her randomly turns around and starts talking to her and like having a conversation and, you know, just like a very polite kind of like positive encounter. And she's like, okay, this is my chance. I'm about to get my free coffee. And yeah, as soon as he is up next in line, he pays for his coffee and just leaves. So she's like, whoa, like, you know, she's just like, where's my coffee, you know? So she ends up paying for her coffee and she's like, oh, I thought I was about to get this manifestation. I thought it was about to happen. I did everything right. You know, this was my intention for the week or whatever. And so she's like, okay, fine, pays for her coffee. She steps outside, starts to walk towards her car. She looks down. As she looks down, she notices a bunch of change. And she said, like, I usually don't pick anything up from the ground. I usually don't look, you know, in that direction. But I noticed a bunch of change on the floor. And so she picks it up and it was exactly the price of her coffee. So it's like, it came in. She still got it, but it just happened differently. Does that make sense? So I don't know for who that is. Okay, I'm out, Pisces. Yeah, this reading was kind of a little bit different, a little bit weird. But yeah, for whoever needed to hear that, it's happening best case scenario, okay? The hardest part is just letting this go. But the actual process itself, the actual movement forward, the actual, how things are gonna go down, it's not as daunting as you think it is. Like, you went through the worst already. It's not about to get worse. Does that make sense? Like, you're not about to go through it again. You just went through it. You're coming out. So, yeah. Okay, Pisces, that's it. This is all I have for your reading, Pisces. If you would like a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. And again, as I get more time, as my schedule frees up, I'm gonna either open it up more and maybe do discounts or something like that, or maybe I'll even do a poll, like what specific topics, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But for now, this is all I have, Pisces. Blessings, take care.